Well, I'm in the bath and I just saw these sort of comments about being a bitch. I'm a therapist and I trained in attachment therapy, obviously professional therapist, doing a live or a video in the bath, but hey. So I saw this comment of a child hadn't tidied the mess, and then the mother said she couldn't go to the concert, so the child said that the mother was a bitch. Years ago, when I trained in attachment therapy, I had a fabulous supervisor, and I asked him, what do you do when a child swears at you or insults you? And he described how a child said to him that he was a fucking asshole. And he turned to the child and said, that's Dr. fucking asshole to you. The child cracked up, laughed, and never did it again. So if ever my kids have said something to me that is offensive or whatever, I've met them where they're at, because all behavior is communication. And the more that we meet that behavior with empathy and validation, the less they have anything to react against, and the more connected they are and the more love they feel, the less likely they're going to do that again. When there is control, there is rebellion. When there is connection, there is cooperation. If a child just feels controlled, they will rebel. If they feel connected, like you get them, they're more likely to cooperate. So if my child called me a bitch, I might go, woof woof. Done. And go to the concert. You can tidy tomorrow. All is good. Mess will still be there tomorrow. You'll make more of it. But the concert is one time. Go and enjoy with my blessings, darling. All good. Because then they know that what matters to them is your joy, not your control and looking good to others or to yourself. And I can give you another couple of examples. My son said to me that I was a fucking cunt. And I was like, oh, you came out of this cunt and you got in there via fucking. Guess how many other times he's called me that? There was no point, because he didn't get a reaction. We both cracked up laughing, and that was it. My daughter once told me, just once in her life, to fuck off. And I was like, wow, you must be really angry if you're saying that. I'd love to hear more about what you're angry about. That's a big word, and you've never said that before. So it shows me that you are really angry, and I want to know all about it. And she told me. She went through everything, 4 hours of it. She told me everything she hated about me. And I said, it makes sense now that you've told me all these things that have built up. Why you said to me to fuck off. Thank you for trusting that I would listen and you were able to tell me everything. And she was like, wow, you didn't even react. I'm like, why would I react? You're upset. I want to love you. It's as simple as that. The more that we connect with our kids, the more that they cooperate, because they know that we've got their back and we care about them. And when we can remember all behavior is communication, then suddenly everything shifts. Because we know that if they're behaving badly, they're communicating with us, or badly, they're communicating with us that something's upsetting them. And then we can look at, sweetheart, what's upsetting you here? I want to know so that we can find solutions, because as an adult, I want you to be able to tell me what's going on so that we can resolve things together, or you know the skills on how to resolve things. But if I just punish for somebody being swearing or calling me a name, they don't learn how to express what is underneath that and to get their needs met in a healthy way. If I just punish, it's not teaching them anything except how to be punitive when people express themselves in a way that isn't quite correct. So I want to teach them that whatever they say to me, I'm going to look beneath it to find out what their feelings are, because then they learn the skills to share in a healthy way. So if they say, you bitch, I'm like, can you share with me why you called me a bitch? What's going on for you? Then next time, they can come to me because they know they can share what's underneath the bitch without having to insult me, because I'm going to listen and I'm going to care, and I'm going to teach them the skills to resolve things so that they can find their own solutions in life. So when they're an adult, if an issue arises, they don't feel blocked or shamed or scared to take action, because they know whatever mistake they make, whatever happens, whatever they don't do, it's going to be okay, because they've got the resources within them to establish what they're feeling, what they need, and how to resolve it. So, I hope that when your child insults you or swears at you, instead of reacting to that, you teach them the skills how to share appropriately what they're feeling and what they need, so they can resolve it quicker rather than punishing them, because then you have resentment to work through as well as the original pain and anger. Let's just deal with the first issue so that they feel met and loved, and then it's resolved. We're not going to die because we are insulted or whatever. It's just words. And sometimes they might hurt because we've got ideas around those, but we're adults. We can work through those, and we can teach our kids to do better in expressing healthily, so that as adults, they don't need to overreact, because they know they can share clearly and calmly and appropriately to get their needs met. So I'm wishing all those bitches, fucking cunts, and parents who get told to fuck off, to really love yourself and to stand knowing you're the queen, and this is not the truth what they're saying to you. They're just trying to express themselves and haven't gained the skills to do it healthily yet. And as you take them through underneath what they're feeling, they'll learn to do it healthily, and they won't need to insult you again. Regardless, I'm sending you love. Parenting is fucking hard. And I wish you love, and I wish you kindness, and a whole dose of empathy to yourself and to your kids. Sending you love.